The Lime Walk, Chapter 6. Hadn't it? He blew a cloud of fragrant smoke across the room, where it tangled with a sun shaft in a slow, sinuous dance. Of course your mother and I were often together in the daytime during the holidays, Tom. From what you wrote, your grandmother was a kind woman. I suspect she tried to spare you unnecessary distress. By that age, I was developing a mind of my own. My mother became increasingly confined to bed. My father was preoccupied with the affairs of Upham. Of course, Anne and I sought each other's company during the day. He seemed to be having trouble with something in his throat that prevented him from continuing. He jumped and strode about the room with averted face. Tom waited for him to go on. He sipped the fiery liquid and followed his brother's peregrinations with puzzled eyes. George noisily cleared his throat and said with the forced brightness, "You know, I thought you might have named your horse Peregrine after old Brigadier Major Maitland. Rufus is a dog's name." He reseated himself. "Forgive me, I'm not given to emotional nonsense as a rule. Where was I?" "No idea Maitland had a Christian name," Tom said. "Then seriously, you were finding it incredibly difficult to talk about my mother, Anne Roberts, I believe." George studied his fingernails as if they were of tremendous importance. "Dashed difficult to put it into words, old fella. Never tried before. But Anne, I beg your pardon, your mother was the first person ever to show me any love. It was she who wrapped me in her arms when she found me sobbing in my bedroom. I forgot what had occasioned that. It was she who ran with me the wild meadows in the summer, took me for brisk walks in autumn and winter. She played with me in the snow. To me, she was a mother-sister figure, a true friend. And I'll confess to you now, while I've got the nerve to say it, that reading of her horrible, lonely death brought the tears to my eyes. Reading of it only days after receiving news of our father's death was a tremendous blow. How she must have suffered, poor girl, and so young. I was never told why she went away. At the time I was 11 years old. I only know that something died in me with her going. Perhaps it was the ability to show up any feeling of true affection until finding you, the cause of her leaving Upham."